It's almost the end of the Easter school holidays, but there's still plenty of time to do lots of things with your children or grandchildren, whatever you have in your life, to avoid that dreaded I'm bored. I don't think that I'm bored should be dreaded. I think apparently being bored is good because it gives children a chance to, oh, shut up, Alan, what do you know? Let's talk to Susan Bonner, who runs the British Craft House. Good morning to you, Susan.
Good morning, Alan. How are you?
Good, thank you. I mean, crafting is big, isn't it? It's gone massive. If you pick up the shopping channels, there's everyone trying to convince you to go into the next craft. Lots of people in my wider family love it. What's big at the moment?
Kits are really popular, actually, on our website. I think that's probably a result of COVID and people wanting to try new things when they were locked at home. But no, we sell a lot of kits. Some of them are kind of quite basic, and some of them are quite advanced. We have a kit where you can make a glass sun catcher, and the seller posts you out everything that you need to do, and you make it your own. You actually post it back to her, and she fires it in her kiln. She then posts you back the finished product. It sounds like a bit too many steps, but it's brilliant and really, really popular. And she sells Christmas tree kits all year. I think that, again, people have kind of lost the season slightly, and so her sparkly Christmas kits, are probably in our top 10 sellers all year round.
What a clever idea. What a really clever idea. I think people may be more relaxed with that idea because we've seen more crafting cafes where you leave your product and then they send you a text when your product has been fired. And so perhaps that next step that you talk about is more understood now.
Yes, I think so. But I think as well, you get the level of crafting that you couldn't get at home because obviously most people don't have a kiln. So you end up with something that you've done that's pretty amazing. But actually, it's somebody else that's done the dangerous firing and the kiln work, and you just get back the product. No, it works really well.
Now, Susan, the British Craft House, a lovely website. I had a look at it this morning. You're based in Lyon, the Solent. You sell all over the world, all over the UK. Do you ever get a chance to think, do you know what? It's interesting because Yorkshire's going crazy for macrame, or do you never break the data down to that extent?
Well, it is quite funny, actually. We definitely have hotspots for people buying things, and also we have kind of clusters of sellers. We have quite a lot of sellers in Edinburgh, and also quite a lot of people in Cornwall, which is quite strange. But it does tend to, over the country, it tends to go in waves, and it's difficult to know whether that's because something's been on a craft show on the TV and people like the idea of it, and they want to have one, or something's been featured somewhere. But also it's quite strange that maybe in America, they'll suddenly like the little crocheted pigs in blankets that we have on the site, and so for a period of time there'll be lots and lots going to America. I think Google kind of slightly dictates what goes where as well. I think sometimes if something's ranking really well on Google on a search term, then it appears for everybody, and then if they change their algorithm or something new comes on the scene, then it disappears. So things do strangely seem to come in kind of waves and then go again.
I can see why you said kits. I'm going to make myself sound stupid here, but I don't mind. But I saw a bunch of young people with small squares of material that had a picture on, like a robin or something, and they were pulling through different colours of material to make it into, to colour it up. I don't know what that's called, that particular craft, but I could see them doing it, and they weren't on their phones. And I thought I could see where they were opening these plastic bags and getting these squares of material out, and they had all the colours with it, and all they had to do was kind of build it.
Embroidery kits where I mean that you can get everything you need in a box to make that. So you get all of the different colours and the instructions, and a lot of the sellers on our site as well. They'll have a YouTube tutorial that goes along with the kit, so that when you open up the box and you think, oh my gosh, what am I doing next? It will take you through every stage from threading the the needle to, tying a knot in the end of your, in the end of your string. But no, it's, I think it's great. And I think it's great that you do actually. I went to London last week and there were some quite young people kind of crocheting on the train. Now, I definitely didn't do that when I was kind of in my 20s, but I think it's really cool.
I do.
They sort of take it out of the bag. I think Tom Daly probably has something to answer for, because he's obviously always knitting and has some really cool projects and things that he's shared online. So I think he's perhaps made knitting and crocheting a bit more cool, so it's more attractive to younger people. I think probably historically it's been seen as an older person's craft, but I think as well with everything, people trying to save money and sustainability, I think people are looking more to how they can make their own things and also mend what they already have.
So, Susan, I agree. I think children and young people want to do something. They're not used to being bored, so they want to get going. Susan, lovely to speak to you. British Craft House, a beautiful website. Check it out. They're from Lee on the Solent.